everyone, and welcome back to another plan with me. This week, I am doing October 23rd through the 30th. So I'm going to open GoodNotes. I already have it in my sticker category. I'm going to hit the plus sign in the upper left, import, and go to my Dropbox. Now, I found these printables online, um, and I just saved it to my Dropbox for easy access. So I'm waiting on Dropbox to open it. The printables from Peregrine, I hope I'm saying that right. She's in our wonderful Facebook group, has some very cute printables, and did this awesome Halloween set. So that's what I'm going to use in my planner this week. So I have my sticker sheet open, and I also have my planner open in another tab. So I'm going to go to the week that we're working on, and as you can see, I have a few sticky notes here where I added in things I needed to remember last week. I went ahead and stuck them in here. So I'm going to move these sticky notes to the bottom. So when I'm ready, I can put those in where I want to put them. That's one thing I've always done. I did in my paper planner is if I have something coming up I need to remember, I put it on sticky notes. Now there, I did not have text selected as for the lasso tool, so I went and turned that on so I could move this late start reminder down. So we're going to start by selecting this pretty decorative box. I like how she makes it a little bit smaller because I do try to keep my sidebar pretty functional, and I do like a little bit of decoration, so having a smaller decorative sticker for it helps. So I selected it with my lasso tool, copied it to my clipboard, not my camera roll, and then I went over to my planner and hit paste, selected crop, and now I'm just going to use the little blue handlebars to size it down to the size I want. Now this video is a little bit longer and it's not sped up any. That way you can really see the process as I'm going through it. I know some of y'all have requested that it be slowed down a little bit to help you understand. So here I have the lariat tool. I circled the washi. I go to the share button and hit copy. Again, moving it to my clipboard, go to my planner and hit paste. Now it's a long press to hit paste. So now I'm going to crop it down to just the washi tape that I want. And then here I'm going to adjust the size. Now with GoodNotes, when I try to make it longer, it is also going to make it taller. So if you want to adjust just height or just width, you need to use your crop tool. So there I wanted it a little shorter, but not necessarily any skinnier. So I cropped just the end off to get it to where I wanted it. And then I used my rope tool to circle the washi and crop it, or copy it. And then I'm moving it over to the left side where I do want it shorter. Again, if I just drag it in, it's going to change the width as well, and I want them the same width. So I'm going to actually crop it. And here I just kind of look and see about where it is that I want to crop it. And then I edit it and crop it so that it keeps the same size as the one on the right side of my page. Here I am zooming in. That helps when you're trying to see what you're doing. So I zoomed it in a little bit so I could see about where I needed to crop it. There I decided that I went too far, so I hit the undo button and I'm going to crop it again and try not to get it quite as short. That is one thing I love about GoodNotes is the undo button is right there and so easy to use. So now that I have the washi in place, I'm going to go and get check boxes or the checklists. One thing you'll have to remember, oh, no, I'm going to go with the habit tracker. One thing you'll have to remember is when I'm doing these videos, I'm still interacting with my family. I'm still answering my kids. I have 3 boys, so, stop arguing over the toys or, I have pets that are jumping up on the bed. So it may look like it's taking a while, but I'm not just solely focused on my planning. I'm, looking up from here and talking to my husband or my kids. Um, Often I have a TV show going, so I'll be glancing up at the TV and back down at my planner. So I added the habit tracker from her sticker set, and she didn't include a work schedule or a hydrate. So I have pulled a sticker sheet from Planner Problems 101, and they are I'm going to use those to supplement what she didn't have because there were things I really like. So here I'm just going to crop down the work hours. My husband's schedule is a little better this week. He actually gets days off, so that should be nice. But each time I get a sticker and move it over to my planner, no matter what sticker it is, the process is pretty much the same. I circle it with my lasso tool, and then I copy it, and then paste it in my planner. I know someone mentioned that seemed a little tedious to them. If you have ever made stickers like on a silhouette or a cricket, I promise you this is a lot less tedious than trying to put in all your cut lines. Because before I went digitally, I had a happy planner. I do own a silhouette portrait, and I was making my own stickers to save money because if you buy stickers, it can get expensive pretty quick. So I thought I would make my own stickers. I cannot count the hours I have spent with just the free printables I found making it where my silhouette will cut them. So it may seem tedious, but it's really not that bad. So now I'm going to get the checklists. I know I mentioned in a previous video, I tend to go towards the full box checklist instead of just the flag checklists. But my main reason for that was because I didn't like it when my pen would bleed through or shadow on either the next page or the page behind. With it being digital, I don't have to worry about that. My pen never shadows. I can write as much as I want. I can write in any color I want, and I don't have to worry about it showing on the next page. So here I'm going to use these little cute pumpkin page flags that she included for my checklists. I do a checklist each day of the week. I'm finding that I'm busier through the week than I am on the weekends. I was looking at last week's spread at the end of the week. And if you're interested in seeing that, I am trying to remember to post them on my Instagram, which is Lava Plans, so that you can see how it looks at the end of the week. And I'll start trying to, when I start a video now, flip back to the previous week and show you what it looked like at the end of the week. But I'm finding that through the week I have more to-dos than on the weekend. On the weekends, I try to spend time with my family. Now here, I'm just eyeballing it, trying to get them about the same size. I don't care if they're perfect. But I want them to be close to the same size. Again, when I copied this image, I circled all of them. So each time, because I want to use a different color each time, I'm pasting that same image and cropping it. Now, if I wanted to use, like if there was only, say, one or two colors, I would do each one and then select the already adjusted page flag. But since I am using a different color one, I am repasting the full image each time and cropping it down. And because I'm going to layer stuff below and around this, I'm not worrying about using the freehand tool to get the little triangle bit, because you can't even tell when I put it on the page that I didn't crop out that little triangle. It blends in. And if I put anything in that area going forward, it will be on top of it. So that little triangle bit isn't going to look funny or interfere. So here I'm just trying to get it about the same size as the other page. I love these little pumpkins. I decided to do my Halloween spread this week, even though Halloween is next week, because any festives we do will probably do over this weekend since Halloween is falling on a Monday this year. So, but here I'm just getting the next one. Again, it's, the same image. I just repasted it because it was copied to my clipboard and cropped it down to get it close to where I wanted it. So just take your time and adjust it and enjoy it. Recording the videos, I try to sit down and do this all in one setting so I can record it for you guys. But when I'm just planning to just plan, sometimes I'll do a little bit when I have time. So if you don't have time to sit down and do it all at once, you can break it up. That's another wonderful thing about doing it digitally. If you need to do a little bit and put it down and go do something, there's no mess to clean up in between, no parts to get lost, none of it. It's just, okay, set, whatever you're using to plan. We've been working hard to make this system available on all platforms. I did the video on Metamoji Note, which is available for a computer and Android. This, of course, I'm doing on my iPad. Good Notes is available on Mac, desktop, and laptop as well. I don't find the desktop and laptop one as user friendly as the iPad one, but Tam, the designer of this wonderful planner, is also working on making one that will work fully functioning in OneNote. And once we get all that taken care of, OneNote is available on all platforms. So if you're interested in this, keep check with this. Join our Facebook group. We are getting feedback from you guys and trying to make this available to as many people as possible. So now I'm going to start with the decorative boxes. And again, I just circled all of them because I know I'm going to want to use all of them instead of going and circling these each time I want to get a decorative box. So I circled all of the decorative boxes, copied it, and I'm just going to paste it right here. And then I'm going to select it and crop so that I can do the decorative boxes. Now, last week I didn't do as many of the decorative boxes. I did do more of the pictures of my family, which I really enjoy, so it has that scrapbooking and memory keeping element to it. But I love these decorative boxes. I love Halloween and decorating for Halloween. So I decided to go ahead and put the decorative boxes in this week. The really cool thing is if I decide I need to take out a decorative box to put in a picture, it's really easy doing it this way. So here I've got this scary cat, and I'm trying to get the decorative boxes about the same size just to have that uniformed look. I have went ahead through my planner and put in all the dates for the rest of the year, so I do have some stuff in there. If y'all are interested, let me know and I'll kind of do a flip through of my planner through the rest of the year, show y'all kind of how I pre-plan and also how I'm utilizing the note sections in the back and how I'm keeping that organized. I went through last night and added a Thanksgiving section so I can plan for Thanksgiving dinner. And I've also started on my Christmas section. I don't have any Christmas decorations up yet, but I have started planning for Christmas. So I'm just going to keep adding some more of these decorative boxes. I like the soft colors in this one. How kind of the watercolor look. This one's a real pretty box. So here I'm just working on the sizing. But yeah, this, it does take a little bit to set out my week. But then, like I said, each evening I'll sit down, put in anything that's come up, add in maybe a picture or my to do list. But I don't sit down and spend this much time every night. Now, I have found since I went digitally, I do sit here and sometimes I'll decorate a week just to play with the stickers just because I find it fun and relaxing. But you don't have to take this much time every week. You do what you want with it. That is the awesome thing about this planner is you can erase the dates up top and make it start on a Sunday if that's what you prefer. You can, start it on a Wednesday if you choose. This planner you can totally make your own and do with how you like it. It is not already dated. This is the undated version. She has since put out a dated version with all the links where you can, on the month view, click on the day and it'll take you to that day in the week. Um, but this one is undated, so if you don't even plan every week, you can still use this. Make it your own. I love seeing in the group the different styles of planning, the different ways people are using it, and just the different things we choose to track. So here's the last decorative box I need to put in. I'm getting it about the right size. And there we go. So now I have all these cute decorative boxes that just make my planner fun to look at. So now I'm going to add in the weekend banner. I was going to try to have this video up yesterday, but for one, my son had company over the weekend, and it's hard enough to find quiet time with just my own children to record for y'all, but having extra children makes it even harder. And then I wasn't feeling so well. My allergies were really bad, and the only allergy medicine that helps also puts me to sleep. Excuse me. So, but here I've got the weekend banner, and again, it's all just I circle it with my lasso tool, copy, paste it to the planner. So here I'm looking at the sticker sheet. I'm going to use this little page flag. Again, I have a couple. I recorded this on Friday. So sometimes, I have to add stuff in after the fact because I didn't know about it. But I did have a few things already this week I knew that needed to go in there. So here I'm just cropping down the little page flag. And again, because I'm not putting it on top of anything, I don't really need to worry about the little triangle. I'm going to put this one up here. My kids' school has late start. It's typically once a month. And so on that day, they actually start school 2 hours later than they do every other day. Drives me crazy, throws my whole day off. But I always make sure I put that in my planner. Otherwise, I get the kids up and around earlier than they have to be. So here I'm going to get one of the other page flags just to kind of mix up the colors. And put in a couple, you know, I ended up having to cancel it last week, but I try to remember my youngest son and my oldest son each have an after school activity they go to on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I always put that in there. And also, sometimes I'll have to add a reminder like it is fall, and last week before last they went to the pumpkin patch. So I needed to make sure they took a jacket and wore tennis shoes, not sandals. Um, so here I am just adding this one in, but I use this as reminders if they need to take something with them, or if for some reason it got canceled. I know my um, youngest son, because it's for a whole county is included, and his school was out for spring break or fall break last week before last. Last week, one of the bigger schools was out. So they decided to change the time they were doing it for an outing. And because my son had school, he didn't get to participate that week. So I use this to kind of keep track of that. I can look back and then, like next year, when I'm trying to remember what they did, I'll have it. So here I'm adding it in. I have two things going on Tuesday, so I use the same color. And now I'm getting this one. I decided to move that over and use one of the spider ones. That's one of the hard things about recording is because sometimes I do just change my mind. I'm female. It happens. So I decided I wanted to use this little label instead of just the page flag. So that is one thing I love about digitally is if I change my mind, I don't have to figure out how to get the stickers up. I don't have to buy a special product to get the stickers up. I'm not tearing my page. It just lets me move things around as I want. So here I decided to go ahead and write in a few of the things so I could get rid of those sticky notes that I have on there. Go ahead and transfer that stuff into my planner so I can delete those sticky notes. And again, I have just a cheap stylus from Walmart. I bought it by the cell phones. It was 97 cents. It is working pretty good. I do find that my writing is neater with it than with just my finger. But there are times when I don't have it handy and I will just scrawl something out with my finger. So there, I transferred the stuff from that sticky note and erased it so I have that area to work in. And now I'm going to write on these page flags so I can get rid of that other sticky note. My middle son is in band and they're having a band meeting tomorrow, or, well, yeah, it is tomorrow. The time I'm doing the recording for this, it is tomorrow evening. So I needed to remember that. And then now I can delete that sticky note and have that area to do more planning. So I'm going to go ahead and write on the habit tracker. Now, in my paper planner, I had a habit tracker I stuck on like a little bookmark. And I was kind of missing that. So I'm glad she included the habit tracker in here to just make sure I'm doing the things I should be doing. Gonna go ahead and put in my husband's work schedule. Again, we're very glad he gets a couple days off this week. In the Zoom box, it makes writing so much easier. You can actually grab the corner of that box and adjust the size of it so you can really zoom in to write on things. It makes it so much easier and it makes it so you can really actually write. I've actually started journaling in GoodNotes. So I just use, again, that cheap stylus and one of the blank note pages and start writing. So here I know a couple things I need to do. I have a miniature Dachshund who gets a bath about every other week just so he doesn't get too dog smelly. So I try to put that in there just as a reminder for myself. That's what I use my planner for a lot is just to keep myself on track. My family does look at it periodically, and my husband knows if I'm sick or gone or something and he needs information, that more than likely this is where he's going to find it. So here I picked the little pumpkin label, and I'm going to use it as my mill stickers this week. Um, I have added a page in behind this week that's actually a mill planner. Another thing great about digital is I can rearrange my pages. But I used this one to write down what we had. So I used my actual meal plan to plan out and make my grocery list. And then I use this as I make the meals, I write down what we had. That way I know what I still have in the kitchen to make. So here I got that one to size, and then instead of repasting the image, I selected that sticker that's already resized and I'm copying and pasting it across the week because we'll eat every night this week. My kids would be very upset if I forgot dinner one night. So I'll need one of those for each night. So there I have all my meal stickers. And then here I added in a couple other things and the weather. I don't know what happened to my recording, but I used just the page flag. That is the TV icon just from my keyboard. I added it as text. Press and hold, select text, and you can use all the emojis that are in your keyboard. So here I am putting in a couple TV shows. I used the add image and this little Instagram. I am trying to remember to post there. The little Instagram camera is just clip art I saved off Google. I searched Instagram, found one I liked, screenshot it, and cropped it down. The little YouTube sticker you see, I actually made that one in a photo editing so I could try to remember to all the steps and get these videos made for y'all. Um, but that's how my week ended up. Um, I just used mostly the sticker kit, added a few things in from other ones. You could use as many different ones as you wanted, but in the end, that's what I had. I hope y'all have enjoyed the video, and I will have another one up next week.